signs of intentional attacks on civilians.
Founder CEO of Accounting Boss Software, an ultimate all-in-one accounting and inventory management software that helps you stay on top of your numbers with ease. She is the lead coach consultant at the Nnadi company TNNC and a business structure coach, finance coach, telecoms entrepreneur, tech entrepreneur, and business investment coach. She's also founder of Structure Right, a simple onboarding delegation and employment documentation software, and CEO of Aginansi Nigeria Limited. She is popularly known as the Money Boss. She is a time-tested and successful entrepreneur with over 18 years of experience in entrepreneurship. She's an award-winning telecom entrepreneur, investor, venture capitalist, speaker, author, trainer, and business structure and finance expert. Her mission is simple: to raise wealthy entrepreneurs who can run healthy and successful businesses that operate with or without the business owner's presence while making consistent or more income. This process ultimately leads to the expansion and creation of more businesses and jobs using her signature course, Structure Your Business with Ease, popularly known as SIME. Nancy's faith is at the center of her work and achievement. Like always, she says, the God factor cannot be underestimated in business. She's a certified management consultant and a results coach, as well as experienced small and medium-sized business investment coach. She was a recipient of the MTN Star Prize of a Care Truck in 2012 and the Best MTN Sub-Trade Partner STP in Lagos, surpassing her sales target by over 300%. She has received several awards and recognitions, including several awards such as Business Coach of the Year Award 2020 by the Entrepreneur Award TEA and the Meritorious Award by the Imo State Development Association. Nancy continues to spread her message of inspiration and intentional action through various platforms, inspiring entrepreneurs to do business diligently, intelligently, and ethically. She's gifted with the ability to easily identify opportunities for business from product-based, service-based, trading, production, manufacturing, and ministry. She is an alumna of Lagos State University, the International Council of Management Consulting Institute, ICMCI, the Institute of Management Consultants, IMC, Global Leadership Network, and Women on Board Institute of WIMBIS, among others. Nancy is happily married to the love of her life, God's power Nnadi, and they are blessed with 3 amazing children. Please welcome our speaker for today, Nancy Nnadi. She is an alumna of Lagos State University, the International Council of Management Consulting Institute, ICMCI, the Institute of Management Consultants, IMC, Global Leadership Network,
speaker for the session 2 of the Business Summit 2024. Ikorodu, this is Paul. Let's celebrate this sacrificial woman of God, a woman with a servant heart, a woman with a golden smile. Celebrate this brain and beauty, knowledge and wisdom. Let's give it up for Nancy Nnadi as she takes us on this morning.
Nancy Nnadi is the founder CEO of.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much, ma, for having me. I celebrate Pastor Mayoko Ofe. She's an amazing woman. So let's celebrate her. Thank you. I just want to sing this song before I start. Savior, Jesus, the one you save has come to worship you. The one you save has come to worship you.
Sing Savior.
My Savior.
Sing Savior.
Savior.
Sing Savior.
Savior. The Nnadi you save has come to worship you. The Nnadi you save has come to worship you. Praise the Lord. You can have your seat. So start. So once again, good morning, everyone. You are all looking beautiful. Pastor, you are looking beautiful. So let me celebrate you for that. So I want to just share a bit of my story. I have my notes ready, but the Holy Spirit is leading me to just share a bit of my story. I don't know someone here that is depressed or you are feeling sad and you've been serving God faithfully and you're looking at your life like, I've tried my best. What are they saying? I've been doing my best. This money is not coming. I want you to understand that the person standing in your presence today is a testimony of what God can do. I was brought up from a very poor background where we were like 13 staying in a room. So my mom and dad the poor call us poor. They were really poor. So, but I met the Lord early enough in my secondary school. So I just have that mind that, okay, I will just serve God. I don't even have option. Like I always tell people, when you don't even have any other hope, God is the next hope that can console you. So I don't have option. So when I started understanding the things of God as a secondary school young girl, I did a lot in my secondary school days. Some of us went to school and they pay your bills without any stress. For us to get bills being paid, you have to cry or you have to be involved in the selling of the product that will make you to go to school. So we traded, I'm not exaggerating, more than 20 products, from bread to soap to fairly used shoes in Ikeja under bridge. It's not something that is far-fetched. In Ikeja, here in Lagos. But I want to let you know that God can change your story. God has the capacity to turn your story around. But you have to be ready to do your part. Your part in the kingdom, your part is needed. There is a part you have to play. You can't continue to rely only on God's words and not play your part. Until you begin to play your part, God can change your story. I remember I left secondary school as at that time I've lost my dad. So there was no hope for the higher institution. So I remember my mom called a meeting and she said, oh, I've tried my best for everyone. I will try as much as possible to ensure everybody is out of secondary school. But I'm not assuring anybody of the university education. But for the secondary school, I would try. And I was the second to the last child. So when I came out of secondary school, I know all the stress she went through in making sure that I did WAEC. She had to sell some of her assets to pay for my WAEC. So it was that bad. But I did WAEC and I came out and I just told myself that, let me go and look for something to do. Let me go and work or something. But I knew I want to go to school. I know what I wanted. Like, I want to go to school. I will go to higher institution. So I went out, going to look for work to do. I started working as a call attendant in a place in Ikeja. Working there, I remember I went there for interview. We did all the interview. Because I did computer during my little days at home when I just finished. So, and they needed a computer operator. So I did well, even more than the people that had BSc in computers at that time. That was in 2000. So they told me that I passed well, so they gave me the option and say, how much do you want to earn? And let me tell you today, Be sharpen yourself, equip yourself. If you don't know your value, you won't even know how much to tell people you want to earn. It's not a function of whether money is there or not, because you don't know what you carry. You can just ask for anything. You can ask for what is not even supposed. What you are not. What is modern? What you are modern. So I just said I was happy. I said 3,000, and the man said okay, resume on Monday, and they gave me the job. I remember I resumed and I started working. I started working, earning 3,000 naira, but my aim was to go back to school. But I felt the money was small at that time. So I went 3,000 naira. But one thing I told myself, I'm not going to spend a dime from this money. Whatever my mom made at home is what I will eat for the whole day. So I will go to school. I will go to work, collect my salary. One first month was ending. I look at my boss' business. He started complaining. We are not making profit. We are making loss. The loss is too much. I said, I don't want to be forward. I said, I can help this man. I can do this thing and there will be profit. So when I saw him, he continued to complain. So one day I walked up to him. I said, sir, can I manage this aspect that is making us make loss? And he said, okay, the manager should step aside for another role and I should take it on. And I did. And the first day I sat on that role, we were making like 20,000, 30,000 daily, and which was leading to loss, because then we used to have, if you know, during 1999 or 2000, international call was around 250, 250 naira, 300 naira, 200 naira. So we use a system called the callback system. When they make call, the manager was not a bad person, but he does not understand management and business. So when people come in to make call, because my boss does not have good accounting of his business, does not have good grip of his business, the lady will make call. Some people will make call of 10 minutes, which is about 250 times 10. That's about 25. They can pay her 500. And my boss will not know. And she, because she wants to be nice, she will just say, okay, no problem. She will not even collect the money and put it in her pocket. She will leave it for them and they will go. So when I took over, the game changed. And they were like, what is wrong with you? Is it really? I said, no. As far as you have made this call, and you must pay complete. So I started collecting the money complete. And the first day of my sitting in that position, I made my boss 100,000 naira. And my boss jumped from not being profitable to excessively profitable. And he said, Nancy, you can't leave this position. The next day I made 110. I was making that money for him. The business started growing. He was happy. Every day my boss would come. I've increased the salary to 4,000. I've increased it to 5,000. I've increased it to 7,000. See, my salary got to 8,000. And he said, Nancy, I can't pay you more than the manager. You know what? I'm giving you 500 naira every day. So for me, it was an opportunity. And I'm also going to teach, for some of us here, what you have is not enough. The 500 naira my boss was giving me, and the salary they were paying me, I was saving all in First Bank Allen. I like to talk with evidence, so that if you ask me, I will give you. I was saving it. My younger sister, every day they give me 500 naira, I will give her. Go and drop it in First Bank Allen. I was just doing it that I want to go to school. The 7th month of saving all the 500 my boss has given me, and my own salary that has turned from 3,000 to 8,000, I just said, let me stroll to First Bank one break time afternoon. I entered into First Bank. I said, I want to know my balance. And they said, you have 101,000. I screamed because as at that time, my mom don't have that money. She does not have it. So I screamed. And also, you must understand, if you are from a poor background here, I'm talking to those that are from poor background, you can't help the poor by being one of them. You cannot help the poor by being one of them. One of the things that God gave me gift for was to say, okay, if I am going to go to school, I need this fund to go to school. And I learned that going to higher institution, you will need money. So nobody in my house knows that I have 110,000. Nobody. It was just me. But the thing I did was, when I realized I have that money, the extra one that came, I collected and I shared for all my siblings. They thought that was all I had. But I had 101. So I went to get admission and I went to school. So going to school, I know I have saved for like my 4 years, because I don't have anybody to call. Because I hear people say I'm doing this because of this. Nobody to call. I went to school with my money, without assistance. I did it myself. the help of God. Not that I did it myself in that sense. And I also want to chip in something. Because a lot of us think that, and I'm going to go back to the Bible. Some of us think that, oh, I can't be paying maybe tithes because I'm not earning so much. It's not enough. How many of us feel that our money is not enough? Why should I pay tithe? God is nice. Why should I pay tithe? It's an open way. But I want to let you understand that you don't grow rich to manage well. You manage well first. You try from the little to get where you are going. If God does not test you that you are qualified or you are going to handle the money well, He will not put more in your hands. From that 3,000, I was paying my tithe. My first tithe was 300 naira. And I paid tithe today in millions. So, and I have stayed with it and it works. You can hear me, I know a lot of people have their story, but I tell you, it is working for me. I don't know what you're talking about. And one thing you need to understand about this tithing thing is that you must be consistent with it. It is not I tithe last year, I did not tithe today, I didn't say anything. No, consistency is the game. Is the underlying word. And when I fast forward, I can't share too much story. I just want to share that I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. When I started telecom and I started making money, I was still tithing. Because some people will come here and say, oh, if you go through the normal process of accounting system or bookkeeping, you're not supposed to tithe in your business. Let me tell you, Pharaoh will not allow you to give God what is God's own. They won't allow you. Caesar will not allow you. But you as a person, you must find a way. There are things that is not allowed, but you must find a way to do it and make it okay in your system. Now, talking about normal taxation, we pay two tax. We pay income tax and we pay corporate tax. So why do you now think that tithing should be one-sided? Your business is a separate entity from you. You are a separate entity. Nnadi is separate from Nancy Nigeria Limited or any of my business. So, and I realized that in the telecom industry, I am the only one that can shake the industry and I'll get away with it because I have the backing of God. And it's not a joke. If you see my colleague, they will say, I get it. It's not because I did anything bad. Because in industries, people don't want you to dare anything. But when you dare them, I get away with it. And I'm saying it categorically. Because I have God. And one of the major risks of my first business is theft, robbery, and other things. It took us years. We refused to come into Ikorodu because of all my colleagues that are in Ikorodu. They were robbed till they closed down. But I realized that for me, I just said, I can't even negotiate tithing. When we have a very risky business where people like to steal, once they see that you are a telecom store, they know that these people will have money, so they will come and rob them. So my 18 years of running telecom business, I don't have those negative stories. The only story I had of theft was when my shop showed, and I knew I did a lot of wrong things at that stage. I opened a new branch. I put in products without doing due diligence, without putting safe. There was no fireproof safe. So immediately I stock it up. They came the next morning to carry everything in that store. And the total product then was about 3 million naira. And I tell you today that God gave me that money in cash. In cash. I'm not talking story. I remember I woke up one morning. There's this my in-law. I've always asked him, invest in me now. Give me fund. Let me do my business. He will never answer me. He will never talk to me. He does not used to say anything. He will just say, Nancy, be doing what you are doing. On this fateful morning, I cried. I told God, I am a consistent tither. And you said the devourer will not come to me. So why will my money be missing? Why will I lose this money? And that morning, I drove out, and the Holy Spirit led me to their house. I didn't even go there with anything to ask anything. I went to see my sister. And I said, we're gisting. And the husband came down from upstairs and he said, Nancy, I learned what happened to you. I did not tell them the figure. Nobody knew the figure. I didn't tell them because I did not want my mom to panic. I just said, they robbed my store, but I didn't tell them the value. He went upstairs and he brought Ghana Must Go back, and the Ghana Must Go was 3 million naira. My people, my God is faithful. The 3 million was there. And I said it yesterday when I was talking that the theft that happened to me that time is a testimony today. Because if what God wanted me to learn, because God does not do evil, it's the devil. But you must take your lessons. The lesson I took from there is what helped me to fortify my business till tomorrow. I don't have those losses. I can't have that experience because I now know what to do better. And I tell you, In one of my branch in Ikotu, they broke in. And in that store, we had cash in that safe. They broke into, they broke their hand. They broke their leg. And blood was everywhere. And they ran away. And our money was intact. There is God. And God is still faithful. And he still does miracles. So I want every business owner here, open your mind. Sometimes we come into a gathering and say, want you to paro, want you today. But please, open your mind. The only way you can receive is when you open your mind. So thank you. That's just story. And I will go into my main slide today. Thank you so much. So I want to talk about effective structures and systems that run to make your business run smoothly with or without you, the CEO. Yesterday, I did a lot of background talk about structure. But I want everyone to understand that if you are in business and you truly want to be wealthy, you truly want to make good money, if you don't have systems and structure, you can't get there. Understand that there is limit to what only you can achieve. If as a business owner or as a fashion person, you can produce maybe one top that I'm wearing today, or in a day you can produce 5. Imagine you want to produce 1,000. You can't do it. So you need people to collaborate with you to achieve it. You need systems in place to achieve it. And yesterday, I made us go through the God system, God way of structure, which is first multiply, which is be productive, replenish, be able to reproduce, multiply, and subdue the earth, which was what we discussed yesterday. Today, I want to go into another dimension based on the fact that our theme for this summit is lead. Lead. For every business to be successful in terms of structure, the leader must understand his or her own position in that particular project. You must know what to do. You must know what to do. The fact that you are the business owner does not end there. You must know what to do. And I want us to understand that as business owner, no matter how much money you are making, if you don't have a well-structured business, you will be losing money. You will be losing money. And you need to understand that once anything happens to you, no matter how rich you are, your riches will start to diminish. Because more cannot come in. Because you are not available. So how do you ensure you can continue to have consistent income with or without your own input? It is systems and structures that you need. I want us to understand that there is no growth process. No growth process is sustainable until or unless there is systems and structure. Today, I will be explaining one of the pillars of structures. I've been able to come up with 10 pillars of a solid structure. But I will be talking about one of the pillars of structure today. And the pillar is the people pillar. I say the people pillar. Getting the right people to work with you. Getting the right team to collaborate with you. Many people say the most difficult part of their business is managing people. And truly I understand. Because some of the things I share today, I've gone through almost all of them firsthand. Before I started correcting them. Before I learned the hard way. Before I started putting them in place. But I thank God because I am a very, very disciplined person naturally. I am a very, very, I have my own mind. I am a determined person. So I want to do things the right way. But I want us to understand that as Christians, when you are in any business, you must understand that your business must please God. When we talk about lead is not just to lead your team alone. It's also to be a leader in the industry that you are. Any business that you are, I'm in telecom industry. Do they know you? Do they know you in your industry? Okay, I mean, Ikorodu here, I make cake. This vicinity, do they know your brand? Do they know your business name? And I want you to know that you can be known. You can be known. During those days, government don't take away posters on the wall. We will paste and paste. Paste and paste. We continue for like 6 months. Later, the brand became known by everybody. They started knowing. They started feeling our presence in that area. What are you doing for your business presence to be felt? You can't make money without visibility. See, because most times as Christian, I don't want to talk too much. Let me be quiet. Quietness is not about, you have to be visible to make money. Please write this down. The level of or the amount of money you are going to make in life is directly proportional to how visible you are. The amount of money you are going to make in your life is directly proportional to how visible you are to your target audience. Does your customer know you exist? Do they know you exist? If they don't know you exist, you will be broke. Once your customer knows you exist, you will have money. So I started doing the flyers. I will go around, I will print it out. Then I don't even have money. I used to do handwritten. We use paper and cut it. So you don't have excuse. That's why my own story is grassroots. You can't tell me because I cannot. Don't do flyer. Get your neighbor, write, engage them with your hand. You read it, no error. There is a way out. I'm telling you. We will go around, give it to people. One day, I was sitting in my office. Somebody came to the door to say they wanted to see me. And they are like white guys. And they said, oh, they want to buy a recharge card for a new product, a well-known product in Nigeria. They want to buy it for that product, and they want to use it to promote their product in the north. So they want to put recharge card inside each of the sachets. So that they want to buy from me, that somebody from the estate entrance directed them to me. Imagine people have been looking for your product. They don't know where you are. People look for your product every day. Where are you? Where is your product? How visible are you? So they came in, and after talking, my mind, I was adamant, like, oh, 419, they've come again. I was listening to them, but I was not with them. My mind was like, you cannot dupe me. Nobody can defraud me in this world. Because I was not expecting it. So I sat down, and they were talking. They said, we want to buy 40 million naira worth of recharge card. I said, what a day. I was listening. At the end, I shall let them talk all the talk. And I didn't give them the regular wholesale price because they are using it, they are end users. So I gave them the normal end users price, which is more profit for me. I was even discouraging them, like, don't buy, go. That was my aim. Like, even though you've seen it, sales price elsewhere, it's your business. See, I'm just trying to defend myself. And they said, okay, bring your account number. If we pay you now, when will we get it? I said, I don't have such product. Oh. I was still very young. I said, I don't have such product in my store. If you pay, you give me 48 hours. You come back and pick the products. They said, okay, that they say they are scared. Oh. They hope I won't run away. I say, I can never run away. My future is very bright. So we are both scared of each other. So that's normal thing. So I now said, okay. So then I said, okay, give me your bank account details. Let's transfer and give us a written note or your letter. They started giving me condition. I said, bring all the condition. I said, the alert enter, I will give you. Then they now said that we are going to still resume in your office tomorrow, next, to make sure that until we collect it. I said, no problem. Be sitting down here. As far as you won't disturb me, you'll be passing and I'll be doing my business. So we agreed. And they said, I gave them my account number. They tried to they send it to their head office or their office. They said they were transferring no network. I said, what a day. What a day. What kind of lie is it? And me, I'm a very proactive person. And I asked them, which bank are you transferring from? They said, then it was Diamond Bank. I said, I have Diamond. Because when I was looking for fund, there's so much story to share. When I was looking for fund in this country, I opened account in all the banks. And all the banks were about 27. They will give you story. Run it small. Open it. Run it small. Will give you money. Story. Don't have result and be stressing yourself. All the money you're supposed to use for yourself, you'll be using it to collect checkbook. Imagine all my checkbook, 10,000 times 27 accounts. It will be my money. But those are experiences that you can share today and tell people, calm down. Get results. The bank will give you money. You won't beg them. They will come and beg you. So I sat there and I gave them my diamond and I was waiting. I just saw a lot. Pam, 40 million. I say, is that how it happens? So I did all the necessary. I went in, I was just saying, God, thank you. I can't believe it. So, and how did I make that sales? No, there was no direct, there was nobody introduced them to me. Just the fact that I was doing visibility. I was creating visibility. Visibility was my watchword. And I tell everybody here, maybe you're a new person and you want to start a business. You are just about to start. Let me tell you, creating effective awareness is key. Don't just start business. Stop starting business without creating awareness. One of the things that gave me serious upliftment when I started the charge card business 18 years ago was the fact that I took 30 days ahead to start. I knew that I was ready. My store has been painted, everything. And I said, I'm going to open 30 days time. That 30 days, I was using it to go everywhere, street by street of my estate to tell them, you see that plaza there? we are opening on the 1st of March. I was going from one place, and I was not telling people that are not my target audience. Understand this thing. If you can understand this thing I'm saying, that new business will start succeeding from day one. I don't believe in do it 10 years, in that success. No, I'm not part of that school of thoughts. I'm not in that, because there is a way to do it, and as you start, you begin to move. The reason is, number one, set a date ahead. Number two, communicate to the audience that needs your product. If you sell female undies, you will not be communicating to men. You go and look for any woman that is coming that can afford your budget and say, I'm starting. Then I remember when we went into the market, some of them will resist and say, you are starting, should I? And so I will just say, Holy Spirit, help me. I will continue. I went back home. When I got a lot of resistance, I went back home, and the Holy Spirit said, create a bait for them. Because the people in that particular class are people below the pyramid. With just buns, egg roll, and Coke, you have solved their problem. And I ordered so much egg roll, 200 pieces. I bought drinks. And I changed the handwritten paper to say there will be so much food, snacks, and gift. Come and see the way they were collecting my handwritten flyer. As if I didn't come to them yesterday. You must understand strategy. You must give back some time to get. And when you are creating this strategy, you must understand the level of your audience. If your audience are people above the pyramid, the rich, there is a way to communicate a bit for them. If they are middle class, there is a way. If there are people below the pyramid, food is just good for those people. When you come, you will eat, they will come. And on that day that I opened, the first day of opening my recharge card, I sold 3 million. I was screaming. People were everywhere. They were buying. They will buy and come back. If I come back again, you give me again, I will say yes. They will go. And as they were buying, I was collecting their data, their phone. So I now had a lot of phone number. So every morning, I was sending messages. And from the day I start till date, we sell like no man business. So don't let anybody tell you, if you start business, we work. Tell them, our God is the God of speed. It is what you believe that you will get. If you believe that your business will stay 10 years, continue. Me, I don't believe that. And I'm not saying it will automatically grow into 1 billion one day, but you will be progressive from day one. That is just by the side. Let's move on. So now I'm talking about people pillars. I'm talking about the people pillar. Many people say employees or people are the most difficult to manage. And they are right, but why are people difficult to manage? People are very difficult to manage because most people are very illogical. Number two, most people are very emotional. People are very sentimental. People are political beings. People are jealous. People just want to keep grudges with you. People just want to feel entitled. People just want to feel, oh, I started the business with her. When I came, it was only me and her. Now, she has this, she has that. And that is why structure is important. Nobody has the mouth to be telling you jargons. Because from the day one, you've made your business so professional that nobody, because when you hire someone, there is a contract. I am paying you for this job. Whether the business is now big, I'm not saying we will not increase your salary or will not give you good welfare. But you don't have the right to be saying, now that the business is big, she's now doing boss. I don't understand. Are we from the same village? Are we related? It's my business now. So you must understand this thing and put it to the right perspective from day one. Don't let anybody come and be telling you what you don't want to hear. They will not be calling meeting in an area like you know them before. And those things lead to sentiment for you. You just start looking, and to turn them you, and so, do you want to be small forever? No, now. So you must understand this thing that professionalism will save you a lot of headache. And your growth is tied there. Your growth is tied there. The earlier you begin to do it, the better for you and your business. So, we must understand it. James Collins, author of Good to Great, said, those who build great companies understand that the ultimate throttle on growth for any organization is not markets, it is not technology, it is not competition, it is not good products and services. It is one thing above all these other things, which is getting the right people. Getting the right people. Getting the right people to work with you. You have to learn how to get the right people, and you have to learn to be a leader. A leader must be firm. One of the greatest examples of leadership that we are going to follow is Jesus. And mommy was teaching us yesterday about Jesus, servant leadership. But you must understand that God is the most sincere. And sometimes I just look at the Bible, I'm like, this Bible is too complete. What are you looking for? Is there? That thing you are arguing with people, you will see it is settled in the Bible. It's settled in the word. Jesus is the the greatest leader that you can follow. Look at the Bible well. Our God is tough and tender. If God can be tough and tender, why will you be saying you just want to be tender for all your life? Why will you say you want to be tender for all your life? There is part for discipline and there is part of empathy. The two must come together for you to win. If you want to run business and succeed, there is that part of empathy and there is that part of discipline. And that's why yesterday I said, be kind, but don't be nice. Nice is doing ojoaye. I don't want them to talk. Let them talk whatever they want to talk. Talking is allowed. It's allowed for anybody that wants to talk. But you must be like your father. Jesus has said it. If you don't follow my ways, at the end of the time, when we get to the judgment day, you will either go to hellfire or go to heaven. There is no middle ground. So people are saying, I don't think God cannot be very wicked and push us to fire. When we get there, we will know whether God cannot be wicked or not. But if you have done things that will make you go to hellfire, it is too late. So if God can have standard to say there is toughness and there is, even in the Bible, when you read it, God will say this, and he will give serious instruction about it. So as a leader, you have to copy God. And it's not bad at all, because some people make you feel like, oh, and I want to tell you, even your children, you have to be tender and tough. For those that are just tender alone on their children, they've destroyed the destiny of those children. For those that are tough alone, they've destroyed the destiny of those children. You must balance it. Tender and tough. There must be discipline. There must be empathy. When there are issues, you come down low, talk to them well. When there is a place to discipline, you stand on firmly. You stand firmly. And the truth is, some of us don't have the capacity to be firm. Can you collaborate? Can you outsource? If you know your strengths, stay with your strengths. If you know I am weak in this area, get people to do it. I remember recently a big brand, an international firm reached out to me and they said, oh, they want the CEO to step aside, and they want me to come in and they will give me shares of the organization. That they need a firm person to manage the business. That part is killing them. So you must understand your strength and your weakness. Mommy said a lot about it yesterday, because your strength will help. When you know your strength, you won't be stressing your life. Some of us are, I've heard people say some of us cannot do business, some of us can do business. It's because you have not understand your strengths. If you know your strength, because let me give an example. If you do something like a food business where you need to be active from early morning till late hours, ensure the food is ready, and you know you are not somebody that can consistently put in energy every minute, it does not reduce the fact that you cannot do business, you are not good. It's just that your capacity cannot go in that line. Can you look for what your capacity can carry? Because let me give you an example. If you are supposed to carry a bag of, as I am now, I cannot carry a bag of rice. If you now put a bag of rice on my head, I'm going to collapse. But there are some men here, a bag of rice, they'll just do it like this. That is capacity. So you must know what you can do. When you know what you can do, I'm telling you, succeeding is easy. Succeeding is easy. It's just like paying fish to swim. Fish is inside water and you say, collect money for swimming. I will pay you 1 million for swimming. Whoa, the fish will swim forever and collect your money. Some of us are here, we can talk well. They say, oh, I'm going to take you as a PRO and you'll be talking. You know you won't get tired. They say, you will talk and you won't fail. But now, instead of you to now start a business that is in your area of strength, no, you leave it. You go and do the one your neighbor is doing that is in your own area of weakness. And is now projecting you as a lazy person, as a serious person to the society. Please, let's take those cautions. You must understand yourself. You must know yourself. You must know your strength. It will save you a lot. The success of your business will be determined by the quality of the people around you. The quality of your staff, the quality of your mentors, the quality of even your pastors. I'm sorry. It's just like that. The quality matters. who is speaking to you. I did not say change church, but you can decide to hear more and listen to people that are teaching things in that light to expose your mind. And I want to encourage everyone today. If you have the opportunity to travel, travel for experience. When you travel, you will gain experience, insight that is more than everybody in your industry. You will come back with a new, fresh idea and strategy. So when you see people say, I'm traveling, the rich say, I'm traveling, I will come back. So people say, I'm wasting money. No, that thing is going to bait money. So, but don't do it when you don't have yet. Prepare. Traveling is very good. So we need to understand that. And it is okay to start your business alone. It is okay to start your business alone. I started my telecom business alone, even with my daughter at my back. My daughter is in the university right now. I will back her, tie wrapper to my store. Even the plaza where I started my business, we still have a store there. We have some group of fine, fair women. If I greet them, they don't answer. So don't let anything bother you. Focus on where you are going. I remember some few years after my business was doing well, I bought a tear rubber car. They started hearing that I'm building. How they used to get information, I don't even know. One day, one of them just walked to my store and said, oh, Nancy, I just said I want to come and play with you. I say, play with me. Hey, Jesus. I can't believe. Somebody that I will greet, you, they will not even answer me. They will not, like, you are not our type. You are not our level. They will not answer. And you will see them. Good morning, I'm saying that. They will look at you and not answer. Have you seen that type before? But I decided to say, well, it's their business. But today they came, and I was laughing. I was even busy. When I did it, I went to, as I'm doing all what I'm doing in the office, she said, it's like you are very busy. I will go, I'll come back next time. She left. God will change your story in Jesus' name. I pray today that the Almighty God, the changer of stories, will change your story. And men that are laughing at you before or despising you will begin to respect you, will begin to honor you, will begin to give you respect that you truly deserve in the mighty name of Jesus. So understand that you have to start alone. I started alone. I'll back my daughter to the store, just start doing my things, put it together. Once my niece closed from school, she will now come, take it home. I was doing it. You can be in that stage. It does not mean that the end will be like that. No, there is journey. I started alone. So at the point, I realized my customer base was increasing. The demand was high. I started screaming I needed a staff. I got the first staff. I realized that this first staff, I have problem, not the staff. I will not allow her to do anything because I was scared she would steal my money. I was scared she would do. So I was doing all the work. But I had a staff. I will go back home again. My husband said, get another person if the work is small. I got the second person. I was still doing the work and I was paying them salary. Because I was scared. And that is what structure will help you fix. And I needed to share that story for someone here. You might have enough. Some people have 10 staff. They are doing all the work. Those 10 staff are just there as camouflage. They are not doing nothing. So you must understand. But you need to understand what we call documenting your processes and your procedure to be able to communicate what your staff would do. And you need to ensure there are systems in place to ensure they don't steal. So there are different phases, there are different challenges in business or for people that are recruiting. Some of us here currently, we have high employee turnover. People come in, they go, and you are tired. I've not seen anybody that can do this job. It is okay. But you can change the narrative if you listen to some of the points I'm going to share now. So if you are frustrated with poor performance, low productivity, sloppy work, excessive mistake, wasted time, variety of other people problem, perhaps Mike Gaba, author of E-Meet Revisited, has an answer to you. Not Nancy, he's the author. His name is E-Meet Revisited. E-Meet, that's his name. So when it comes to being frustrated with your employees, he declared that you are the problem. When it comes to being frustrated with your employees, you are the problem. CEOs, you are the problem. Business owners, you are the problem. Business leaders, you are the problem. Then the second line, he said, you have always been the problem. The third line, you will always be the problem. And the fourth one, you will continue to be the problem if you refuse to change. You will continue to be the problem if you refuse to change. And I want us to understand that denial will not save us anything. Most times, we decide to deny or we sugarcoat things. No, I'm doing it right. No, receive help. Sit down, relax, brainstorm on the things that I'm going to share right now and see which area do I need to work on. What am I not doing well? Which aspect am I not working well? And God Almighty will help you to get it done, to get it right. When you blame your employee, you divert attention from the real problem to the faulty business systems that you are responsible for. You can't be blaming your staff. Hey, they didn't do it well. What did you tell them to do? It's my staff, they open late, they don't come late. Hello, ma. Do you have systems in your organization that will make them come early? I have 8 locations. My staff can never ever open late. I don't need to be there and I will not call them. What will call them is already in the office. The system that will call them is waiting for them there. But you have to be ready to invest in systems, devices, tools that will help you make sure they do the right thing. But small business owners, some of us, I don't have money to buy it. When they tell you it's 100,000, hey, to buy it 100,000. Let me tell you, the 100,000 will give you more money. Just getting a clocking device. You get a clocking device. You put it in the front of your office. And you say we resume 8. Don't be talking to your staff. Me like in Cotton Shea. You don't need story. You don't need story. Just give them. We resume by 8 a.m. The latest you can come late. That small allowance is 15 minutes. Once it's 8:15, or we resume by 7:30. Once it's 8 and you are late for 8:01, if the clocking device capture 8:01, the consequence that is stated in the staff handbook will be melted on you. And there is no exception, including your sister, including your child, including your family, including everybody that is working there. Then you put it there. You put it there. Let them come. You will see your staff that used to come late. She will start coming. You will be shocked. I remember one of my staff called Deborah. She always come late to office and she's good with her job. I just like she's good. So I'll be asking, why are you late? She say, my house is a face me and face you. When we wake up in the morning, 40 people are lined up. She used to give me that story. Sometimes I'll be sending, I'll be looking at her that you can wake up early and bath early. When we put clocking device, this lady was never, I did not see her name on the list of latecomer. So when I checked it after 2 months and I called her, what is the solution to this your problem before? How did you now change that you are no more late? He said, my mommy used to wake me up by 4 a.m. So when my mommy wake me by 4 a.m., I will bathe, I will now go back to sleep. So once it's 6, I will now wake up and I will start coming to work. I say, can you imagine how strategic they are? Because of clocking device. When you have systems, all these things that are giving you stress with your employees will end. There are tools that can be used. And ready, don't be, some of us, you will say, I cannot buy it. I want, but tomorrow you will do party. Tomorrow you will buy clothes. Next week you buy gele. But this thing that is going to be giving you the money to be buying the gele forever, do it, you will not do it. Sincerely, it is penny wise, pound foolish. You think you want to use your money? I like something that when I eat the food, I know it enter my stomach. Hello, must you eat everything? You can invest in things that will help you like you are eating, but it is not food. It is not clothes. I'm telling you, these things work. I don't need to call any branch and be saying, end of the month, manager pull out the report and they send it. If we see that you are 801, you are going to enter the people that have to face the consequence. People that are not, and it will affect your end of the year reward. I will not say because I can like you very well. If it affects, when we want to do end of the year bonus or we're giving gift or 13th month, it can affect you that you get half. It can affect you that you don't get at all. You will just be sad, but the sadness has proof. And the proof was communicated to you before you even made the error. So I'm not even, because the Bible says make it plain that they may be able to run with it. So my own job is to sit you down, tell you all the rules. If you breach it, then you don't need it. You can't be breaching it and say, I'm sorry, ma, and I need, no, you don't need the money. Some of you will give staff loan to somebody that used to insult all your customers. So you want that to change, Abi? You people will give loan to somebody that is insulting, somebody that is not behaving well. I had the case of one of my clients The lady does not used to greet her boss. They went to give her loan. She will come to work. She will see her boss and just say, I say, I wire staff that is more than me. My money, I will be using my money to pay somebody that is more than me. It's not possible. It is not possible. Possible at all. So I now told her, she said, I'm just silly people. People will say what? Why did people say something when she did not greet? What would the people say? They should go and say whatever they want to say. So they now gave her loan. Now she has more power than you. You know that a staff that you gave loan is more empowered than you. So you don't, because she will be misbehaving. Because she sacked me, she will not come late more and come 9 o'clock and be strolling in. You will now be under depression. I tried for her. I give her money. You'll be stressing yourself unnecessarily. What you would have done ahead. But when it's done with performance, any system that is wrong with performance, any operation that is wrong with performance, I tell you, you will thank God that you listen to what I said today. I remember I hired 2 dispatch some years ago, and they know the rules. Our dispatch, if you do your work in a whole year without any customer complaint, we have given them the rules. No customer complaint, no delay in delivery. I wrote it out. All the problem that they used to give me, I attach it. You will get extra 1 month salary. No excessive money on fuel. No this. We'll put the rules. One of the dispatch, he will not finish his work for the day. The other one will get a lot of job. He will go and deliver even as far as Songo, Badagry. And the person that is going to Badagry is not consuming fuel like the person going to Ikeja. He will come back and say, my fuel is finished. He didn't know we were tracking. We are tracking what you are doing, because each of the bike has their different column for expenses. And I want to tell anyone here, if you have an accounting system, make all your expenses separate so that you can know what you are really spending. So we did that, and at the end of the month, the person that is going, because we have record of how many places this guy has gone. The person that has done the major job will spend 40,000, 45,000 fuel. You, that you did not do anything, you'll be spending 65. So when it got to the end of the year, we've already communicated. You will write a letter that I've stayed 12 months, and I think I've done my job well. I need the management to look into the extra 1 month bonus. He wrote, and we replied him with proof. He now said, manager and admin, they just ate me. They ate me. I was not there. So he sent me a WhatsApp to say, I want to see you. So I came. He came in. He started complaining. Hey, I just know the manager and admin, they like the other dispatch more than me. And I said, why would they just like the other dispatch? He said, I don't know. I don't know. And I brought out the evidence. And I say, look. After giving him all the evidence, he was not like, And I said, but you know that this man does job more than you. You know that this man, when he gets to night, even though he's going far, he will say, let me still deliver it before I go. You, immediately it's 5 o'clock. You will be calculating, if I go to Songo now, I won't come back before 6:30. And we are not fighting you. You will drop it. But there is a consequence at the end of the year. Because when you don't make those consequences there, the good stuff become bad. But when there is word and consequence, the good staff maintain where they are. So that's why some of us will say, oh, my old staff was good. Now she's now like others. Yes, she will be like them because you are encouraging them to do that. So she's like, I'm not the only one that has suffer head though. Why would I keep myself with suffer in this world? Let me join them and enjoy. And it is your fault. And that is why Emmet said it, that it is your fault. It will continue to be your fault. And it will be your fault until you change. Let's go ahead. Many of us are looking for good employees. Are we good? Many of us are looking for good employees. Are we good? And this question is also for men. I'm looking for a good wife. Are you a good man? You're looking for a good wife that you suffer. Are you good? The same thing with boss. Are you a good boss? Let everything you do be justifiable by your Father in heaven, especially when you call yourself a Christian. Let's change the narrative for kingdom. Enough of Christian people are bad. Enough. We are tired. Can you be a Christian and truly be Christian? One of the things that has helped me in my journey with my employees is to sit down to say, what will Jesus do? What will Jesus do? Sometimes some people will say, hey, you have to pay me. If I have not communicated the policy, I will give them everything because there was no communication. Don't come up and say, tomorrow You now get to your office now as you are here. Incomplete information. You now get home and say, from tomorrow, if you do this, I will not give you bonus. That's not how it is done. You have to communicate it well. The Bible says, make it plain, that they may be able to run with it. When you now make it plain, you give it to them, they sign. So that tomorrow you can bring a proof out like, you signed this in 2004 April. Can you remember? Because let me tell you, your staff will say they forget. Your staff will say they forget that. I didn't know it was there. So you will read it for them. Especially for us for people that are recruiting school SATs. You read it for them. You will tell them to sign on every page. Page 1, sign. Page 2. Because they will go to customary court and say, it's a lie. This page 4 was not there, ma. It was not there. We've seen something. But the truth is, there is always a way out. You can do it by yourself better. So you must understand that you have to also be a good boss. I beg CEOs, don't be wicked to your staff. I used to be an employee. I've worked with really, really difficult people. That's me, I ran away. I said, I can't work here. Don't be wicked. Why unnecessary wickedness? And also, don't be unnecessarily soft. Don't allow nonsense. Some of us will be telling your staff all your personal issues, your husband's story. What is it for? You not be teaching yourself what is meant for you as sacred. You don't need it. I want to be close with her. That's why I say she should come into our house. Which house? Which house? Work is work and my home is. I don't mix the two. And I'm not joking about it. I don't care about what anybody feel. My home is totally sacred. I don't want my children to be hearing rubbish. Because I don't know you too. I don't know some of the staff. You don't know where they come from, their upbringing, the things they know. So you must do the right thing. I said it yesterday. One of the things that helped me in telecom was that I knew on time, because the business is very risky and highly volatile, that I won't allow my staff to come home and help me bring anything. I don't want. It's not easy. Some of us here, your staff know your bedroom, your kitchen. That is why later some of them will say, one staff or is sleeping with Oga. When the staff is entering your bedroom anyhow, maybe your guy is changing, just jawole and say, hey, sorry sir, and jakpada. All those things, you don't need it. It can happen. So, no matter whether you are even living in a small room, keep your home from your business. I'm telling you, it will save you a lot of pressure. Because now, the man will not be saying, you want to now sack somebody from the office. If your husband is emotionally attached, he say, oh, they're feeling now. Matile, where do I change? What kind of conversation is that one? You must understand these things. When your husband or your wife is emotionally attached to a person working in your office, you come back home to say, because you won't just want to sack the person, he knows the person. So you come back and say, my dear, I want to sack Tokwe. She has been misbehaving since. You say, oh, they feel it. You too will not feel it until your business will not die. Jesus, open our eyes in Jesus' name. Help us. One of the greatest emotions that I run away from is husband and wife decision making. I like to escape myself from it because the love, the energy there, sometimes you can't help it. And that's why I beg women and men that your accountability partner should not be your husband. He won't be able to tell you all the truth because he loves you so much and he does not want you to cry. Your wife loves you so much, she does not want you. So that emotional part, you want to tell him to tell you that he will just sleep it and leave it. But an independent accountability partner can look to you and say, no, Nancy, this thing you are doing is not right. But your spouse might not be able to go that way. They might say some, but it's not because they hate you. They just want you to be happy. It's love. It's part of love. So there's nothing bad in what they are doing. So emotions. And if you are working together with your spouse, maybe you are working together as business partners in your business, understand the role of your husband and understand your role. So that there won't be conflict. The conflict that will transfer from office to the house. In the house you are sad, in the home you are sad. So you know, let's agree, which part will I be doing? What will you be doing? It's easy for us to take control of that part. So that the part that he is doing, you don't go and chop into it. You allow him to take it. The part that you are doing, you do it. And if the part that he is doing is not doing it well, you can say, oh, this part I'm not doing it well. I think we should swap. Swap and understand. It's just like having job description for your employees. The same thing with you and your spouse. It will save you, save your marriage, save a lot of things. If you leave it open, that money can wreck your marriage. So that's just by the way. So The right things, the right or wrong hire can make or mar your business. If you hire the right person, it can destroy your business. If you hire the wrong person, it can actually. So I want to teach us things to know as you start to hire, or even though if you have existing employees. Number one, please don't hire anyone you cannot fire. Don't hire anyone you cannot fire. If you cannot fire someone, don't hire them. And this happens mostly with friends and families. When you have your sister working with you, when you have your brother, your mom, oh, I want to start, my sister just joined me. How can I now change it to, she has to be doing policy? Please, when you do it, because most time there are a lot of things that come out of that. Somebody can work with you for years and come back and say, we started together, we are supposed to divide it. It has happened. And don't think your family is unique. It can happen with you. I say, no, my sister can never. Oh. I'm not saying your sister is bad. Do the right thing so that even though she cannot do it, it is fine. And if she can do it, it is also, you have protected yourself. Do the right thing. No, never hire anyone that you have to call family meeting to fire. Don't let them come to your business. That's what this statement means. Don't hire the person you cannot fire. Like me, I'm a very, very disciplined person. My mom said no. So when I started my business, I hired some of my niece. They worked with me, but they know the process. It's not a joke. If my niece lose recharge card of 50,000, she will pay till 10 kobo. They used to pay. It's not that I'm joking. They pay. I'm not leaving it. Because if I leave it, what of my other staff? If I leave it for you, I should be leaving it for everybody. Because in that system, there is equity. And the Bible there's a place in the Bible that says you should deal with your staff or your servant with just and fairness, or with just and equality. You don't come and say, oh, because it's my siblings, my sister, ma worry. Then your staff, your another person, you almost son, and some of you do it between two staffs. You are ma worry, you are almost son. That is total wickedness, and that will never make those people to serve you well. They know that Madam likes Tokwe, and let Tokwe be doing the work. If you are not there, everybody will be sleeping. If you like, come and shout at them. They will look at you. If you are tired, she will sack. If she's tired, she will sack me. Don't create that kind of system. Ensure you are fair to people. You must also ensure you give your employee clear expectation. Clear expectation. What will you do for me? If you come every day, you are going to sweep this place, you wash the toilet, you will be the one telling. You must tell them. You must not be professional. Write what you know. That thing you know that you want to do, start from there. Take a paper. Oh, when you resume in the morning, sales girl, you first of all sweep everywhere. Number one. Number two, make sure you wash the toilet well. Number three, when customers are coming in, make sure you are smiling and attending to them. I don't want you to frown. Number four, anybody that comes in, you must greet them. There is what we call policies. I'm just giving you insight. We have policies that are formulated already in our course, where you can download and edit. But I'm just telling you, you can create some of them yourself by sitting down and just thinking. I'm telling you, that can change the narrative for you. I remember a story. Somebody just went into a small store and said, I want to buy something. Four staff sitting down. And this one, they say, what alone. And they kept the customer there. Dalone now. And they didn't care. The boss was not there. But if you have a process that just said, on Mondays, Nancy will be the one that attends to the first customer. Tokwe takes over. Tokwe the next one. Bola the next one, like that. On Tuesday, starts from Tokwe like that. It looks simple to you, but that thing can change that nonsense. When customer comes in, if Tokwe does not stand up, when you come, you will not be shouting on everybody. They said when they came here, all of you did not attend to us. No, it is Tokwe did not stand up. And you single-handedly deal with Tokwe and fire Tokwe. And your life becomes in order because you cannot fire everybody. And when your staff knows that you can't fire everybody, they will always want to do things collectively. They will be bringing themselves. The bad one will say, let's do it. I've seen it. A client of mine, I now told her, separate their role. Segregate them well. And immediately we did that, we now begin to understand that it was only ID that was always causing problems. So we gave her warning letter, we fired her. Immediately we did that, the office became okay. Just simple wisdom. Don't be saying, because when you do it collectively, and sometimes as an employee, I've been an employee before. It's sad when you come back. Oh, Leni Gbogbonyi. How can you be saying that? You just come and say, Gbogbonyi is serious, all of you. Whereas it's one person that started that thing. But if you can single-handedly know who is the thief, you say, Ngozi, come into my office. Ngozi, you are a thief. Why did you steal? You know you have 16 people that you are not talking to anyhow. You are talking to the person that and it makes the whole difference for you and your business. But when you now put everybody together and say everybody is a thief, the thief is angry. The one that is not thief is angry. Somebody is saying, I have never stolen before. Me, Shishemo, everybody's just angry. I'm not working again. They go. They scatter the whole thing for you. But when you can, that's why systems are very important. You must have system where you can track who is in charge of what. Who is in charge of what? Who is taking order? Who is collecting money? Who is giving product? So when product is missing, Tokwe is you. When money is missing, Turayo is you. When you know who to call. When you come in and the office is not swept, you won't even talk to them. You just go to the schedule timetable and check. Tokwe Wednesday. Tokwe, why is this office dirty? You realize you are not talking to other people. And I'm sorry, ma. Please don't. This will be the last time I'm telling you. That complaint that you have before, it will end. It will end. And I want business owner to understand these things are things that I've tested and tried. I'm a business owner to the core. Tested and tried. It's working. But if you keep it that, they will use their brain. I talked about that yesterday. We don't have time again. My time is even up already. And I wanted to share things you need to know before you start staffing. Because I like to explain. Or I should just read it through. Because my time is up already. So, I said number 1 is, please don't hire anyone you cannot fire. Number 2, you must give clear direction and expectation. They must know what they are coming to do in your business. You as a business owner, you must even know why you are hiring people. I'm tired. This workload is too much. I want to employ them for what? So sit down and say, okay, I'm doing this 10 work. I want to give them this 5. I will be doing 2. Then your workload, not that you just generalize it. Generalizing it solves nothing. Number 3, train your staff. If you don't train them, don't complain. If you don't train them, don't complain. Have a budget for employee training. Willingness is different from just training people. See, you can train somebody and they will not change. The person must be willing to change. You will see it in their attitude and their character. You see somebody that is stubborn, is not ready, just say, I just want to train all of them. You are wasting your money. Willingness is the first thing. It's not everybody that is changeable, but it is everybody that is teachable. You can just teach and somebody will decide, I won't change. So you must be, as a leader, you must be watching the message they are not saying. They are not saying it, but you are watching them. Not like you now waste your money and say, I took them to go and do training, they don't know anything. So everyone have been training, they are not doing. You are training people that don't, I don't know, I don't want to say bad word. I'm in church. So, but please train them, please. Number 5, sorry. Don't use secondary leader to fill a primary role. In an organization, sometimes you see that somebody is very good, efficient with the job. You now say because somebody is your sister and she's not as efficient as that person, you now put that inefficient sibling of yours as manager. You now put the person that is efficient as sub. It's going to kill the total system. That person will always feel that, what's wrong with this non-entity that they put here? Because she will be seeing all the loopholes. Because he or she is very equipped. But that other person will now also be afraid because she also knows that person is equipped. She will even be afraid to control that person. So instead of that, you have to do the right thing. If you know the person, I tell people when it comes to giving promotion, I don't do sibling, you relate to me. You must qualify. You must merit it. Because some of us in Nigeria, we do, it's my sibling that cannot steal my money. Who told you that siblings don't steal? Who told you that your niece did not steal? Who told you? Some of you don't check them. That's why you don't know that they've stolen all your money. You don't have accounting system. So I know somebody is the niece. And now you send all the money to his boyfriend. You say, it's my niece. He will look at it well. Who told you that? The only yardstick to protect your money is putting solid systems and structure. Solid. So please, let's take note of that. So the next one is, don't sacrifice character and competence on the altar of scarcity of labor. Because you are looking for staff. You have not seen somebody that is competent enough. You have not seen somebody that has good character and good attitude. You don't say, let me take her like that. Let her just come. She will still not do nothing. You will still tire and saka again. And they will know you as saki-saki. They will know you as professional saka in Nigeria. Why not wait? And wait for the qualified person to come. Please, these things are very important. I've done it in the past. It does not make any sense. You waste money paying somebody that will do nothing or add any value to your business. So let's move on. Number 7. Don't hire people to change them. Don't hire anybody and say, oh, I will hire her, so I will change her. Money change. They're not going to change. There should be basis of hiring. At least, oh, she can do a bit of this, she can do, then you can improve. But not totally dummy. You know, say I would turn dummy to a superstar. How do you want to do it? Don't hire people to change. Everybody is trainable, but not everybody is teachable. Even when it comes to the function of that business. Number 8, if the capacity is not there, it's not there. This I need to explain it. If the capacity is not there, it's not there. Years back, I have a manager, very loyal, very good. He's loyal, it cannot steal, but he does not have capacity for some things. A manager should be able to multitask. A manager should be able to hold firmly on the principles of the organization. He does not have it, but he's a good guy. He does not steal. He is perfect. But see, you see the capacity, the main key role for that manager, he does not have it. So one day I was praying, I was kabashing in the night. I kabash finish. The Holy Spirit says, sack that person. I've told you before, you don't want to hear. It is not bad. Give him money, let him go. Go and get a competent person. I was still doing emotion. God still showed me in the dream. I had a dream, and I saw money in the banking room, and I said, I want to start packing it. It just came from nowhere and started distracting me, talking. Hello, ma, and one thing. Before I wake up, they've locked where the money is. When I wake up, I ran. Oh yeah, come and go, Tito. So you must understand, the guy is not bad. Till tomorrow we are friends, and I've been able to look at his strength and tell him why not do this, and it's working for him. But he cannot manage. It's not everybody that have leadership capacity. It is not everybody that is a manager. It is not. It's not because they are fine. Once you realize people does not fit into role, let them go. Keeping them is wasting your money. You are wasting money. And I also want to tell you, if you realize you don't have capacity to run your business well, collaborate and get investors. Collaborate. That's what is happening now. Collaborate in business and say, some of you have money. You have a business idea. You know you can run it. You know that this lady can run it. You can collaborate and say, you take 20% of the business, I will take 80. Then you need to put the proper documentation in process. I think that's what I will teach next. Because that part is what we need to start doing now as business owner. That is the area we need to start diversifying into, because that is what is even bringing wealth to most of the billionaires you have. They have their businesses, but they have investment everywhere. They are not there. They have 20, 30, 40, 50, 50, 50. So they are working, money is still coming. They are not putting in their energy. Now, you might even see a lady around your estate does good pop-up very well. Very powerful pop-up, perfect, good. But when she does not have enough money, you can approach her and say, how much are we going to use to do this pop-up well? You know, you have standard. You have idea. You have traveled. You understand. You say, oh, with 2 million, with 5 million, with 100 million, with 500 million. It depends on the kind of business. You sit down, then you get an experienced business investors perspective. Because Nigerian people, when you give them money, hey, God, but they don't use your money build house. But you know, yes, so that you don't hear stories. But I'm telling you, that thing can pay. Because somebody can have a good idea, does not have money to push it. You have the fund. You can come together, open a new business. Your name will be in the CAC document as owners, both of you. Not that then she will be accounting them. For you to make it work, you must have solid accounting system, solid structure, that from your house you can know what is happening. Today we sold 2 million. Today we sold 100,000. And at the end of the month, two people share profit based on your percentage in shares. I'm telling you, it can work. some of you, you've been doing business. I don't know how to do it, but I know that lady. That lady is good, and that lady is not seeing. She does not have foresight. You can bring it up, but before you do it, you must get an investment coach to help you, which is also an experienced business owner, to bring in that perspective. Because Nigeria, our case is just different here. If it's abroad, it's easy. Our own here is different. A legal person will draft your agreement, but based on the input of that investment person. I'm telling you, even though you're a career person, you can start with that and you'll be earning by the side. I'm telling you, a lot of people are making money from that. But we just pray that we get trustworthy people around to do it with. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. So, investing, collaboration, I'm telling you, there's money in it. That's one of the things God opened my eyes to start doing last year. And I'm telling you, it's really good. But if you don't do it right, you can burn your fingers and you shed premium tears. Premium, like the highest tears, like, oh, now is it a Christian that did it? Is it a church? In short, what would I call the highest level of Christianity? Bishop or what? You will be crying. But you must do it well so that you get it. You get the benefit that can come from that aspect. So, number 9. When you hiring, you must ensure they have a bit of ability of that function. Oh, I want to hire a sales rep. Can the person even speak? Can she have conversation with people? Stop managing. You know, some of us, because you say, the salary I'm paying is small, I will never get. Who told you? You will get good person that will collect that money. Search for it. Stop limiting yourself. And don't let any HR person put you under condition and say, go and be paying one stupid money you don't have. Start and move on. And don't be, because I've been there, you don't say, oh, I want to manage this. Somebody you already know is dirty. When you hire a dirty guy as a cleaner, I don't know how the house will be clean. So let's try as much as possible. There is opportunity there. There are people within this environment that can work for you and earn that money you are paying and do it well, and you will be happy. Please, let's begin to look for them. Number 10, carry out due diligence when hiring people. Verify your staff legally. You can also call their references, but make sure that you are not the one calling directly, so that it does not turn to family business. Hello, ma, money on my we are not doing that. Look for a lawyer. Negotiate. You might pay small. The lawyer will help you call as a lawyer, so that the thing will be very, very professional. Good afternoon, ma'am. Barrister AA. Oh, your daughter is working as sales girl in there. I just want you to know that you are the guarantor and you are the reference. He changed the narrative. They will beg their child. Joe, me fair allow. They will so in that you would have gotten a bit of help. But don't go and be calling. Some people say, I'll go and verify myself. You will not go there, you will not say, Ejokoma, Ejeun. You will not be turning to family friend. You don't need it. You don't need it now. So people say, I hired her and we now became family. Her mother come by. For what? I'm not saying don't be friend, but it does not, we don't need, it's business that we are doing. It's business we are doing. So let's keep it as business. Let's be professional with it. That thing has cost a lot. I remember one of my staff, she's a Muslim. So on our staff handbook, we have the Muslims during the Salah time, you will take one off. It's always 2 days. But we are as an organization, we will give you one because we open during the public holidays. So and you are the one that will suggest the one you want. Oh, I prefer Wednesday, I prefer Thursday. It's between you and manager, it's not my problem. So we gave her, she chose Wednesday, and it was Wednesday and Thursday. So on that morning, I've been hiring people, and I've hired more than 500. I don't talk to their mother. Mother of who? What's my business? You don't come and call the mother in. I'm not disrespecting the mother, but I'm not calling you. I don't need to talk to you because it will bring in so much sentiment. I don't have that time. You can go and do exam. I'm not holding you, but not that I will be talking to your mother. How many mother will I talk to? So what she now did was that she went on for the first time. The mother called very early in the morning, around 4:30. I just saw my phone ringing. Oh no, I now picked it. He said, good morning, ma. I've not called you before. I am Taiwo's mom. I said, oh, good morning, ma. I said, Taiwo will not be able to come because we traveled and she can't be the only one at home. Blah, blah, blah. She started giving story. And I told her, ma, good morning, ma. How are you, ma? I'm fine. But Taiwo knows the policy of the organization. Emma worry. Whether she comes, she does not come. She knows. And we can't change it for her. She knows. So anything she does is fine. She said, okay, Shema. To my greatest surprise, My husband was driving out by 6:30. Taiwo was standing in front of the store. Hey, people will just try you. People will keep trying you. Mother now called, hello. That lady that you said the mother called now, the guy is standing in front of. I said, don't mind them. And the truth is, if she had not come, I won't fire her. But there is a consequence for not coming in our staff handbook, and we will not pardon her for it. Whether your mother call is not my business. Nobody will be pardoned for it. And when you as the leader, you are the one changing policy, why will your manager be able to work? Some of you say, manager, but you are the problem. You will come and say, oh, the fitai will what is it? You are the problem. We are not saying don't be empathic with them, but you must make it clearly. I remember my staff would just send message, you must give us proof. Oh man, look at what happened. Okay, you look at the case. Because as management, you must have management discretion as the owner. Oh, this case is real. Just allow her rest. Allow her rest. But somebody else is lying. Look at this case. Does it not look like a real case? But it's a lie. So you even need the God factor to identify lies and people that are trying to cheat you. So we need to do that, and it's very important so that you don't kill the spirit of those that are ready to really put in the work for your brand. Number 11. I said number 10 was carry out due diligence, verify your staff legally, also their references, call the last place they've worked. The essence of calling the last place they work is not to believe their boss. They can lie on them. It's just for you to know that they really work there. The person can say, but Lord, he did this evil. Don't hear the evil. The man can lie because she stopped working. The woman can lie. But your job is you just want to be sure that, okay, you really work there. That is what you need, please. Then, be sure that their guarantor are real people. That they are not ghosts. Some people will just go and take any passport and put and say, Nnadi. They are not living in this world. They are ghosts. So you have to verify. That's why I like to use legal people. You have to verify that this person, the guarantor is a real. And you talk to the person. Oh, you are guaranteeing this person. We know we sell a charge card. If there are any issues, we can always call you. Yes, that's the normal way. Not guarantor form. If we just bring guarantor form, they sign. You now go and call the person the day that I say, I don't know anything, no, I don't know, I didn't see any form. No, do the proper thing. Let me tell you, let's begin to do our business globally, like a global business. Because why? The world is one. If you're on social media, you are selling to the world. You can't be saying, the girl that was there has disappeared, I didn't see her again. What's that? Your housekeeper vanished, I don't know where he is. You have to verify people before you allow them into your home or your businesses. Then number 12. Okay, number 11. Please make sure you pay on time. Pay their salary on time. Stop delaying salary. Some of you will say, I don't want them to stop work. So I will delay the salary till on the 15, on the 20. Kilo day now. Why? It's wickedness. It's not good. But I want to tell you, there are ways to ensure your staff don't stop working with you. There are ways. There are ways, and the ways is not one way for everybody. It's peculiar. It's different strategy for different businesses, depending on the kind of industry, depending on the kind of staff. If your staffs are school start, graduate, there are ways that they must give you that 30 days notice before they go, so that you can get a new person. I'd rather you go for that than being a wicked boss, because the Bible has a message for you, and I'm going to quickly. It's actually in Deuteronomy 24:15. Go and read it. God said, if you delay your staff wages, and the staff cry out to them, that he will count it on you as sin. He will count it on you as sin. Go and write it down. Go and study it. No time. Deuteronomy 24:15. Go and go through it and hear what God said there. So number 12. Understand that no matter the gift that you give your staff. The last one I said, please make sure you pay on time. Okay. No matter the gift that you give your staff, they will appreciate it, but not as their salary. They value their salary more than gift. So you go and buy big tin tomato and say, it's not adding anything. No. They will say, thank you, ma. You give them rice, ma. But they will value your organization more. Instead of you giving them that gift, turn it to money and increase their salary. Let them be hearing good salary that they can't stop working. Rather than you thinking, oh, if I travel, like I remember one of my clients, I bought bags for all my stuff. You are wasting. You go and be buying 100,000 bags for people that are not eating. Add the 10,000 to their salary and make it, if it was 40, 50, they will be saying, I can't stop that work. You shouldn't hear that, but you want some for me. They value your job based on the salary, not your gift. And I'm not saying gift is bad, but they value it on that basis. And please, let's take that very serious. And when it comes to salary, try as much as possible to pay minimum wage. Even the minimum wage money cannot do anything now. 30,000. Try. Some of us say, some of us, the only thing we are complaining about is our staff salary. But the one you eat, you enter eat Shinana, you eat 40,000. You won't see it as well. But that your staff salary. 20 is okay, 25 is okay. No. Minimum wage, at least. That's 30,000. But it's not even enough now. Minimum. I'm not saying for graduates or BS. I'm just talking. That's Kusato. So that you can say, Coach Nancy said I should pay somebody and pay 150, 30,000. Everybody will resign. Including me. I will come and resign there. So please, but let's pay people well. If you don't pay people well, you will hire monkeys. That's what my mentor told me. If you don't pay people well, you will hire monkeys and they will behave like monkeys. So you won't be complaining. So number 12, so I've said that, understand that no matter the gift you give your staff, salary is more important to any employee than that gift. I used to be an employee. When you say, if somebody is giving me a gift and is paying 20,000, another person says, I'll pay you 50. I'm in that 50,000 side, Jacqua Street, I'm there. And people work for money, especially the poor people. They are coming, they might choose your brand to say, oh, I'm going to work longer, I like my boss. But they will first of all come because they have a need. It's need that brought them. So when the need brought them, your attitude, that's how they might even get a better offer, they will not go. Because number one, you are paying them something fair and you are behaving, you are treating them well. So let's try as much as possible to look into that. Number 13, learn to make your decision ahead for your staff. Not when they need it. There are some things that happen, like maybe if your staff resigns and they want to come back, will you take them? Make those decisions ahead. Don't make it when it's happening. It can cloud your decision making. You now start having emotion. And that might not even be part of your staff handbook. There are personal decisions that you have made for yourself. That if my staff resign, they will never come back. So for me, I have some businesses that I have that if they go, they can't come back. There are some businesses that I run, they can come back. Because money is not, you're not collecting money. Come back now. But if you are in my telecom business, if you go, you can never come back. Once you write resignation letter, if you like, write and come, you can't come back. Even though you go to school, but you did not tell us in school, you resign, you are not coming back. But if you tell us, I am going to school, we will not count you as somebody that has resigned. You can always come back. That's my own personal decision. I'm just giving you an example. So there are some things you can make, your decision you can make ahead to yourself. Don't make it now. Oh, for loan, I don't want to give my staff loan. Don't use your neighbor to compete yourself, to compare yourself. The reason is that you might not be able to go after your money. Your neighbor has energy to fight on the bus stop and say, I must collect. You don't have it. You can decide that I will never borrow my staff money. You can decide it. It's not a bad thing. I will never, in this organization, we don't borrow. No, I owe you nothing. I don't borrow. I'm not borrowing anybody any kobo. Then you can have another person, I will borrow. But the person is ready. If you say you are not paying, he will come and bundle in your house. But you cannot bundle person. You cannot do trouble. So why will you do what you cannot end? So those are the things we need to be considering. So that's number 13. Number 14, don't be afraid to trust. Don't be afraid to trust. But you can lose valuable people when you don't trust them. I think I should round up now. So I will stop at number 15. I'll take the rest with me. Next time I will share with you. So number 14, don't be afraid to trust. You can lose valuable people when you don't trust. When you don't trust your team. And also, you must ensure for you to trust, you must verify them first. Especially those that work as cashier, inventory people, they take money. Verify them well. Test them. Test them with your money. See whether they have atom of theft. Then have solid accounting system, accounting structure to make sure that whatever is done, you know. As a kobo is going out of your business, you are here today. What you are doing today is good. It's strategic. You are learning. But your business should not suffer. And that's the essence of structure. So anything happening in your business, you should know. Then number 15, the final one. Don't be afraid to sack people. I've talked about it before. Don't be afraid to fire. Let them go. Once people are not productive, they are not loyal, they are toxic, they constantly sow seed of discord in your team. Warn them, but make sure you don't allow that to reign. Be open to letting people go. Be open to letting them go. It does not make you bad. It does not make you bad in any way. It does not make you bad. I want us to understand that for all these things to work effectively in your business, you need to have what we call the staff handbook. You must create policies. You must document procedures. How do we do things in our organization? Processes, policies, procedures. Your policies must be enforced. Some of you here, you have policy, but you have not enforced them. And some of you, you don't have policy. And some of you, your policy are incomplete. Because any policy without consequence and reward is garbage, is not good. And you must create a system where your staff can grow within the system. I want you to understand that you are not the only one that wants to be rich. Your employees also want to be rich. So inculcating that into your system will make them to be dedicated, and you keep communicating your vision, your mission to them, and I tell you, your business will never remain the same. So, at this point, I come to the end of my session. Thank you so much.
Wow. What did you think of that? How was it? I'm just hearing, how was it? Did that help somebody? Did that help you? Let's celebrate Coach Nancy. Some people are looking like that's not what I came for. Should I ask you a question? What did you come for? If that is what you came for and you got more, let's celebrate Coach Nancy. Thank you. 2 years ago, no, last year, she was one of the coaches in the faculty of our Business Summit Masterclass, which is a paid part of this summit. A token was paid for it so that people can value what they are getting. And while she was online, I was just busting where I was. I was like, this is too much for an online session. We need this lady live and direct. And I got a confirmation from God to bring her this year. But I couldn't even wait for this year. I went back to God and said we wanted her at our workers' retreat, our annual workers' retreat. So we had her at the workers' retreat in August. But when she was online at the masterclass, her coaching program was coming up. And she decided to give us a discount. The coaching class, or that course, is 300,000. I understand it's still 300,000. So she gave it to us at 150. And whilst we were in that class, I also signed up for it intentionally. Whilst we were in that class, my head would just be on fire. I'm like, this lady she's too loaded. And she wants to pour everything. Thank you. We will start a class like 9 a.m. Coach Nancy will be there at 5 p.m. She's still attending to us. From 9 a.m. She will answer everybody's question. And she will take you on one by one in a group coaching. She will do her session of teaching like this. And then people will be bringing on questions. She'll be using people's businesses as case study. She is so thorough. She's so detailed. So you see what she just did here now. She's compressing a whole coaching season, because I'll call it a season. It's not a 1 week thing. It's not 2 weeks. It was for a long stretch of time, maybe like 3 months that we're on. Yeah, 8 weeks with her, and every week when we meet, that's like 8 sessions. This is a 9 to 5 program that we have compressed into Maybe she spent like 1.5 hours or thereabout. I just want us to celebrate her one more time for her heart. So when she was walking up and I said, this is a woman with a servant's heart, I wasn't kidding at all. Has she proven it or not? What would you call her leadership style? What will you call her leadership style? Is it the world's leadership system? Is it the kingdom leadership system? Yes, she's a kingdom girl. And we celebrate and honor you, Coach Nancy. Let me tell you, this is what people really pay a lot for. She walked up to me by herself and said, I'm ready to help. If you need me, call me. And I don't need any confirmation more than this. So what she's doing right now, almost like for free, whatever honorarium or gifts we're giving her is just a tip of what she has. It's not even anything compared to what she has handled. Coach Nancy, I am so very grateful. And she's the one speaker that is really distinguished out, seriously distinguished out of our distinguished guest. Why? Because she's doing a back-to-back session for us. She spoke in Ikeja yesterday. She's here today in Ikorodu. Tomorrow we're together in Ibadan again. Please celebrate her one more time. I just want us to appreciate the value of what God has brought to us. And saying thank you for appreciating her and for saying all of that. I'm speaking to Rock City in Abeokuta. I'm speaking to Ikorodu in Lagos. I want to beg you in the name of the Lord. Don't let this be a waste. Do not let it be a waste. One of the pain of leaders is when you pour and you can't see result. It's painful. But I have people in our chat room, in the workers' chat room this morning, when I was saying, are you ladies ready for Ikorodu this morning and all of that? They began to pour out their testimony from your sessions of last year. It was mind-blowing. I mean, it really was mind-blowing. And one of them said, yesterday she was excited that, when she saw you on the team of speakers, she was so excited because she knew that her life was going to be transformed again. And that she came yesterday, she was not disappointed. That she's promising me that by next year, she will have a testimony, a major testimony to share because you were an answer. You brought the answer to her cry of many years, just like you did last year. Last year when you came, she said she's a school owner and she's had this thing to release textbooks. She curated them and she wanted to release textbooks. I'm glad to tell you that she released 3 textbooks into the system, into the educational system between last year and now. It's awesome. If you will go back and sit with what she has taught us. I particularly know that the session she just took now is one major aspect of the problem of entrepreneurs. Does anybody have staffing issues here? You don't have it. Look, even if your business is at the level of, I have only one person, go and put this structure in place. One of the things she was saying yesterday was, you will have problems, and I have been there. Even in ministry, it's worse. Where when people join you before you are structured, and your eyes now opens and you want to structure, is a big drain. It is a drain. It's a total tear apart. Because the people who have been with you when you were not structured, suddenly they believe that your awakeness to now wanting to do things right is because you have become proud. And they will drain you out. And they will be your number one opposition to frustrate every effort. That's why I'm saying to you, if you're a startup here, or even if you have been in business for a while, but you are still the only one or one person. In fact, if it is needful to sack that one person, put your structure in place and bring your staff into a structure. Your life will be good. I'm telling you. It is a major reason why it's like there's a cap over our businesses. Women, listen to me. It is. I was instructed by God to start a business school where we teach management. We bridge that, gap between skill and management of business. It is one thing for you to have skill. It's another thing for you to know the management of business. And he asked me to start this school. I was on 3rd Mainland Bridge. And I was asking for a reason why must I do this in addition to what I've been doing. And he said, you've been in business before. and you know how you run. You know the parole of women. Apart from the fact that, oh, we make money, we put it in the bag, we spend capital plus profit. We believe that everything that comes in is ours. I want to believe that a lot of people have moved away from that now because there's better awareness. But he said something very major to me. He said, have you noticed that many SMEs owned by women never really thrive? And I've asked you to raise a thriving, business women. Raise thriving businesswomen whose businesses will do well and they become synonymous with their industry, which is what she's saying about visibility. That's what she was saying, that visibility was her tool to become known. So when you get into the neighborhood where she operates, before you say Jack, you are talking tech, they're talking Nancy, right? That's how she got the 40 million deal. Good. That's exactly what God said I should do. To raise women like that. And you are here today. And he said, have you noticed that they are nowhere there? He said, women will leave, maybe paid employment, or will leave university because of family. We are the default people that do stay at home with the children. And you have this idea, or you see somebody doing business and you also jump into it. He said, why don't we take it far? He said, most men, because they have worked in structured environment before, they start their own businesses and they structure the business and their businesses do well. Some of us are married to entrepreneurs here and their businesses are doing well. It is that business that is building your family. But we are doing businesses. Most of us are doing businesses and we really have nothing to show for it. It remains a small business. It remains what cannot even sustain you. I have challenged my proteges many times over the years about this. I'll just come to you and ask you, in your business, how many landed property have you bought from that business? Some have been offended, but by that offense, they bounced and they've been able to do capital projects from their businesses. Right? That is exactly what this is speaking to. I'm telling you, if you take this issue of systems and structure out in your business will scale up. This dwarfy nature, we all look like, it may not be everybody that's in that space, but when we talk generally of SMEs owned by women, we are just like dwarf there. All of us are just a crowd. And it's as if there's a struggle that we must not rise. But at this summit, that is being broken in all of our lives in the name of Jesus. I said that is broken in our lives in the name of Jesus. Even if it is pure water you are selling, you can turn around your pure water business. She said to us in Ikeja yesterday that she has a client that does shawarma in Auchi. And right now she has up 3-story building in Auchi for her business. I think you should clap for that. I think you really need to celebrate that. And you should challenge us. Oh, it is not about a rat race. Oh, because we're in competition. Remember, we started with vision. If you stay on your lane, what is God saying to you? But maximize what God is saying to you. And I know that this is a major area. I stand to also tell you that even in ministry, structure is necessary. And because we're women, we're just a bunch of emotional people. Oh, it's my sister. Oh, even the one that is not your blood sister, that is sister in ministry. We all met in ministry. We call ourselves sister. We become family. It's okay to be family in the ministry. But when it comes to the work of the ministry, take out the family spirit. Do your work first before you remember you are family. And that we are family actually should make you do it better. If we take that out, you may be selling ice water tuturi by the side of the road. You will build house. You will buy car. You will buy land. Because you'll be able to see what you're doing. If you are the only one, start practicing it with yourself. And then get somebody on. So if you sell water, I don't know why I'm using water. Maybe it's the business God wants somebody to start. If you sell water at Agric, you can have another outlet at, tell me where. Where are we now? Itailewa, am I correct? Okay. And then I know there's somewhere called, where is that place we're coming from? Ebute. If you have 3 outlets and you are making money from 3 outlets, will your business do better? Will your income be better? If you have structure and you have a system how it runs, it will fly. I'm looking forward to your testimony, where you become who God has ordained that you become. This afternoon, we're going to be taking few questions just before we wrap up, in case there's somebody with a very, very pertinent question that she needs to shed light on that will help all of us in the house. Does anybody have question? Yes, ma'am. Please write it. Where are our people? Business Summit team, you are sitting. They want question. They want to ask question. Anybody else? I've seen one. Anybody else? Do you have the sheets they're writing on? Yes, please give up. If you are writing, please raise your hand. If you want to ask a question, raise your hand so that they give you that sheet. And if you've been given, use only that sheet, please. We will take few because of time. I know you're also pressed for time, and we don't want to keep you. Sorry? Yes, let's have Saronke and Sadiola up to do the Q&A. Let's celebrate these beautiful women. If you don't learn to celebrate people, you can't be celebrated, I'm telling you. You have to be big on celebrating people. Every effort people make to step up is a big effort. I don't think I can give some people the mic right now and you will be able to say anything. Let's celebrate them one more time. Thank you, Sister Diola, and thank you, Sister Ronke. Let's have the questions up, please.
Okay, thank you, Coach. God bless you. May the Lord increase your wisdom. You know we love you. Okay, so we have questions here, and I'll be starting with this one. As a school owner, my husband is firm with policies, while I can be emotional. That's the wife, she's the emotional type. Most teachers leave because the organization, most teachers leave the organization because of his firmness, knowing fully well that people are not interested in teaching these days. How do we balance it?
Okay, thank you so much. Now, the firmness, there must be, when it comes to the firmness and the policy that you are using to work with your team, it must be double-sided. There must be part of empathy in it. Firmness is good, but you must look at it in a way that in the formulation of those firmness, in the formulation of the policy, they are mutually beneficial. What is your policy about? What are you enforcing? The things you are enforcing, does it help them too? You know, what I realize is that most business owners have policy that is one-sided. Only consequence. If your policy is mutually beneficial, where there is consequence and there is also reward for good deeds, then enforcing will be easy and people will not leave. And also, people leaving is not just a function of enforcing. It's also a function of, is the pay okay? There are a lot of things you need to look at for you to get loyal people or to retain employees in your school. So you must ensure that your policies are mutually beneficial. I like to say it a lot because most times when I'm working with people, I say, send me your policy. I go through it. I'm not seeing anything that will benefit the staff. You are just writing consequence. You are just self-centered, only yourself. Now, if your policy is mutually beneficial, yes, if I do this, there are consequences. There are also reward system to appreciate the staff, to make them grow. I'm telling you, nobody will leave. I'm a very firm person on policy. I won't lie to you. I've not received resignation in years. I even used to beg people, come and go, because I have a policy that I will increase your salary every year. So if you stay, maybe the money will be more than me one day. Come and go now. Do you understand? So let's try as much as possible to ensure first, you must check the policy. Is it mutually beneficial? That's my point. Then number two, if it's mutually beneficial and people know that, okay, if they are enforcing policy, if I do it well, I will get rewarded, I think they will not go. And also, check their salary too. Are you paying them well? Because I realize that most schools don't pay well. Let's try and pay them well. Then, the last part I want to say comes to you. Since you are emotional, don't be the one making your husband look and see what he's doing is not bad. That can also make them go. When you are trying to take side with the staff, like, don't mind my husband, you don't need it. I tell people, that thing is bad. I'm not saying you do it. I'm just trying to think of what other options that can lead to them resigning. Always be on the side of your husband. If he's firm, be firm do better than trying to say you want to salvage the matter by being the kind one and your husband is firm. It's going to affect the business. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma. Thank you, kindly, ma. Please, let's celebrate.
At it, you don't know what is it. You can be the one to mix every other thing. So we had it stock up in the freezer, and she went to the village for the first time. She was scared, and she said, "Coach, we made times 3 of what we make normally." And you know, it's festive period. They would have even sold more. So there is a way to do what you are currently struggling with. Like I said yesterday at Ikeja, that if you put your hand up like this and you keep it for hours, at a time it will start paining you. Once it's paining you, that means there is something you have done wrong. But when you keep it like this, it won't pain you. So any area of your life, whether it's family, children, business that you are having challenges, you are feeling sad about, there's something you are not getting right. Please get help. Please get help. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
God bless you. Yeah. Okay, so we should keep our trade secret. It's solely yours.
Yes.
You don't have to tell it to everyone.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. Okay, so thank you. How do you relate with a boss where you go an extra mile for to make good profit, but the boss keep condemning your effort in front of other staffs, and the boss also encourages lazy staff as if they were the one doing the job? What should the staff do?
Please, if you are an employee, continue to serve well. God will reward you. We are not known to pay evil for evil as children of God. And wherever you are working, you know, you can think you are doing your part well, but your boss has not said you are doing it well. I'm a boss, so I know staff just feel I'm doing well. Did I tell you that? Did I mark you that you're doing well? You can be at the aspect of where profit is coming in. Does not mean that you are the one that initiates it. First of all, clear your mind. Clear your mind. Take things plain and begin to put in your best. But if, from what you have said, I realize that business is not structured, so there is possibility for eye service. And that eye service, your boss might not even be aware. You might just be a victim of the eye service. So what I want to tell you to do is that if you like the job, continue to try, put in your best. If not, you can decide whatever you want to decide. But the truth is, don't think what you are doing is best. And if your boss is complaining, can you also write him to say, can you have a conversation with him to really know the areas you need to improve on? Sir, I really want to do well in this organization. What area exactly? And also, you already have a mindset of, I'm bringing in profit, he's not seeing it. Now, you might also be shutting out correction. Because the fact that you are bringing in profit does not mean that you are right in everything you are doing. Now, if your boss is complaining about some things, can you take those things to heart? Look at them critically and begin to see, how can I change this thing? I tell people, you must understand that employee and employer relationship, your boss is your customer. And you must make sure that your boss is good in you. Husband and wife, because I don't know how to sell. Do you know that we sold to our husbands to marry us? It's correct selling, all those strategy you did. Behave well. Did you see other girls and he chose you? He's selling. Didn't you see other guys and you chose him? He's selling. He's packaging. The same thing you have to do for your boss. Anybody that wants to remain in my organization, you should know, I need to understand my boss. Study your boss like a book. Study your boss like a book and begin to do things that your boss can never talk bad about you. Because you have decided to say, all these things he complained about, I'm going to work on it. And I tell you, anything you work on is for yourself, not for him. Because as you are going like this, you are taking it with you. So I appeal to you, don't close your mind. Open your mind to what you can do best. And also, don't look at my story of, when I started making profit, my boss increased myself. All bosses are not the same. And also don't forget, don't just take my story. Remember I told you I'm a consistent tither. So God can go and twist my boss out to say, give her money. I need her to go to school. There are things that make things work. You don't look one-sided. So I just want us to pick, and try. And I pray that God is going to change your boss' mind in Jesus' name.
Amen. Awesome. Thank you, ma'am. So there is another question here for you, ma'am. The question is, you said we should separate the home from the business. Yeah. What happens to a person who works from home and needs to staff?
Okay. Thank you so much. So my topic tomorrow will be focusing on that. Separating your home from your business. I'm talking about financials. Now, you must ensure, even though you are working from home, there should be an office space in your home. You are selling a product. Your product is not even though it's in your kitchen, you should separate your cake materials. For instance, maybe you make cake. Separate your cake ingredients from your home. You don't need too much things to do it. You can just get bucket and tag it, Nancy's Nigeria Limited. Bola, your butter, your everything. Separate it. If you don't separate it, how do you know your cost price from your expenses? How do you know your profit from what you are doing? And the only encouragement you can get as a business owner is when you look at it and you say, today the cost was 2,000 and I sold it 4. I actually made 10,000. I actually made 4,000. Not that you are guessing. So you can be working from home. You will still separate yourself by being intentional, taking charge of all the expenses that have to do with your business. Even when you start making money, you can even start paying some of the expenses of the home. Some of you don't know that when you start doing that kind of thing, your husband will give you better position. You'll be saying, I don't want to pay light with him. No. I'm not saying money is too much, but when you can take responsibility with the man, it takes you on another level. Because now you don't say, I use light. Only I want to really know the expenses. This light, how much? You say, the light is 50. Okay, for my business that I'm doing cake, I will be paying 2,000. You think you will just look as if it's nothing. But you are sending a message. If you tomorrow want to start a business or open something, the person can invest in you because you now have a mindset of an entrepreneur. So you can separate it. How do you separate it? Separate your expenses, separate whatever you buy, whatever. Sometimes you can even buy diesel for your purpose. And sometimes they can use from your diesel. But you must begin to, even though it's not 100% perfect, you have to start from somewhere and you perfect it.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. God bless you. I've said it. I will talk to you. Thank you for being a blessing to us. So finally, we'll take this one because of our time. And this person says that, please, can one start a new business at the age of 60? She's close to 60 years. Then in conclusion, a question is there again that says, do you have a business mentorship program that we can sign up for? Yes, she has. Mom talked about, PMO talked about it the other time. That's the, yes, the SYB.
So now, whether you are 60, 70, you can start a business. Is it not KFC that started at 70 and is so successful? So when I just came back from the UK, it's going to 2 weeks, and I said, Nigeria, we are leaving money on the table. I beg you. This Ikorodu, there is market here. We have a branch in Garage. There is money in this Ikorodu. People are many. Anything you decide to sell, you will sell. When we were doing well in our branch, we came to open Ikorodu. Ikorodu surpassed our Tush area. There is people here. If you decide to do burger, you will sell. But the thing is packaging. Package your brand well. Don't make anybody see you as beggarly, as poor. You might not have the own money, but don't look like that. Don't look like where you are coming from. Begin to repackage yourself. And I want to appeal to everyone here. You can change the narrative. But you must have good products. You must create visibility. You must let people know that that product exists. Then start selling. Like what Pastor Mayoko said recently. You can have locations. You can have locations. Because some of these Ikorodu axes, they are far apart from each other. You can have locations and you will sell. People are making money. People are coming from outside to make money from your environment. But some of us are here complaining I don't have money. It's the environment that you are. What do people need in your environment? Start to create them. And you don't have to wait for big things. Do small. I was saying it yesterday. The things that bring money are small things. Like I said yesterday, I went to the UK and I saw that they buy thrift clothes. They just go into store. Even the white people will go and pick thrift clothes and buy it and pay. And I said, I'm going to establish that in Nigeria. So that if you have good clothes, keep it. I will buy it from you and I will resell it. Business is just about transaction, making money. And how do you become, let me give you a clear example. How do you become a billionaire? You are making 10,000 from one person. 10,000 divided by a billion. It will tell you how many you will sell. And if you sell it within the space of 1 year, you are a billionaire. So we need to understand these things are not far-fetched. They are numbers. If you understand data, you put it, if I sell 22 chops, small chops today, this is what I will make. And from there, you can grow it and grow it. So, mommy, you can start a new business at 60. There's nothing wrong with it. And also, my coaching program, I have a course called Structure Your Business with Ease. Whether you're a startup, whether you're just starting, it is good for everybody. The course is actually 300,000. The next cohort 7 is starting soon. But even though you register now, you can have access to the course until I start doing the review. And if you pay or you are in the course now, you can learn ahead so that you can keep all your questions to when we start the revision every week, every session, like she said. I just like to answer questions. And I realized that being able to ask, because if you go for any program and you cannot ask questions, you might not get results. Because if you are stuck and nobody to tell you this is what to do, you will be stuck there. But that's why I love that I take all the questions. And my promise to that program is that if I start from now, your question is till 12 p.m. I'm still there answering it too. I'm not going anywhere. And that's the truth. So the cost is actually 300,000. But we'll be giving discount of 30%, 25% for anyone that wants to register under this platform, which makes it 225,000. So if you feel you want to register, go ahead and register. I can give you a number that you can reach out to because my Instagram page is disabled for now. So we are working on it. So you can reach out, you can take this number 080 340 81526. It's 080 340 81526. And I'm coming up with a new book called Investing in Small Businesses. I want us to please try as much as possible to start collaborating. There is money in this nation. People are coming from outside to take our money. Look at the likes of Cold Stone. Look at the likes of Domino's Pizzas. This lady I talked about in Auchi, she does pizzas and shawarma. There's nothing wrong with you doing your own. Don't be saying I want to beat their name. She has her own name, Diversions Cafe, and the name is doing well in her area. I remember the last time we had conversation, I told her, she said, coach, these are expensive. I'm almost selling cost price. I said, never, you can't sell cost price. Why will you sell cost price? I said, what's the cost of your production? And she said, almost 2,000. I said, you are doing 100%. Start selling your shawarma 4,000. I said, but you know what? You are not going to effect the price immediately. Let's give your customer 14 days notice. That is how you bring your customer to that realization, acceptance of your business. There's so much to teach in business. Mommy, open the business school. Let's come and teach. There's plenty things to teach. It's open. There's so many things to teach. It's inside the stomach. So we just have to teach it by force. So she actually did. And she said she was afraid when I told her. She was like, hey, we did buy it. Shawarma 4,000. In Auchi. I say, you people are too afraid of people. Put value in your product and services. They will buy. So she did. We communicate. I said, be sending WhatsApp message every day. 13 days to go. Our shawarma changed to 4,000. She was until the last day. 24 hours. People were buying. On the first day of 4,000, she sold more than what she has been selling in her life. Because she communicated. And she said she went to make her daughter's hair in her environment there, and they were making the hair, and the person said, that lady, that Directions Cafe, she's selling a shawarma at 4,000. The shawarma cost, so they started talking about her. They didn't know she's the owner. That lady now said, but the shawarma is very sweet though. Forget, it's different in this Auchi. And shawarma is better. As they were arguing, everybody put money together. They sent for 4 shawarma at that point to say, let's test it. See, like what I said yesterday, Buchi Mix is selling because the product is good. You can sell expensive. Your product is good. People will buy. You must do the needful. We can't be Christians and be doing things that are a mediocre job, things that are not excellent. Do it well. You'll be shocked that people will pay you. You are the only one thinking people will not pay you that amount. But when you do the right thing, they will pay you. Today, that lady, in short, gosh, I don't want to talk too much. That lady today, she's a testimony on her own, and her story has changed from a zero in her bank account to millions of naira sitting there by just sharing shawarma. Don't be looking for big things to do. What is that thing that you can do well? What is that thing you can do well? A lady on Instagram, it is Abasha, what the Igbo eats. That thing. She can do it well, but she overlooked it. Like, I don't like it. The husband said, you can do Abacha well. It was the husband that paid for my program for her. She came and she was still arguing, coach, I don't think I want to sell Abacha. But after the whole session, she started. The first day, she sold Abacha, 1 plate for 5,000 naira. This is in 4 years ago now. She sold 170 plates in a day. 170 in a day. By putting excellence in it. But she's too low. She's a big lucky girl. But she's too low and went to, because for me, I told her, let's choose the best place that we have Abacha in Nigeria. She said it's Enugu. I said, okay, go and look for one big store in Enugu that sells well. Go and learn from them. She will show me herself going to market, carrying the truck. A big lady that comes with driver to my office. She's too low to learn it, and she came back with style, and we put packaging, put water, did a lot of things, and we changed the narrative, and till tomorrow she's doing well in that business. So what is in your hand? It must not be something serious, and sometimes that thing in your hand might not be the end of your life. The church card is the first business I start, but like this, I'm not ending there. It can just be the ladder that God wants to use for you. That pop-up, that shawarma can just be the ladder. Before you know it, you can begin to get another vision that will take you to the next level until Jesus comes. Please, let's take it serious. Money is in town. Please, tell your neighbor, money is in town.
Money is in town.
Thank you so very much, ma.
Thank you, Coach
Thank
Nancy.
you, ma.
Thank you for being a
Celebrate.
blessing.
It's a good place to clap.
Let's
It's a good
celebrate
place
Coach
to clap.
Nancy.
Thank
Give her a round of applause. God bless you.